I brought these plants home, which I got in Moffat in Scotland on the way home. I'd seen them. You got three. I got the Dahlia and the two begonias for £5 and the rose for £3.50. So I thought I'd give them a go. What's that? Dahlia Orange Duet and Pendula Red. That begonia, that's a hanging one, and Pendula White. Well, I'll put them in the same basket because they're beautiful. I've had them before, so they'll look really good in a basket. And this one here is going to be where my bird house is. That's where this is going to go under, on that little bit of a trellis, which I've been working on lately. So that's where I've got my rose, put my rose from Moffat in Scotland. Just put it in there. I'm just going to cut that string from around it now and let it open up a bit and heel it in. That's my Polyantha rose, Golden Princess. Let's go down and have a look at my pond. Yeah, it's pretty mucky, plenty of leaves in it, so I'll come down and sort that out. But before I do that, let's see if I can cut some of this back. You can see how much ivy's around that tree there. It was exactly the same around this tree here. And I've cleared it, so it gives a lot more light to me pond. You can see that there. You can see me pond quite clearly now. So I'll clean it out. I'm not doing it today, but eventually I think these trees are going to be coming down, I've been told, because they're getting dangerous, especially so close to these houses. So I just made a little bit more light coming into my plot by just clearing that. Oh, that's how much there is. That's how much I've cut off these trees. And I've cut them all at the bottom, all the ivy at the bottom, the roots. So I'm hoping it all dies off anyway. I always class this as my wildlife area because when trees have been cut down before, all the logs were just put there. So I can imagine a bit of wildlife within that. I don't want to disturb that at all. I just want to get rid of all this here, all this ivy. When these trees eventually do come down, it'll give room for, that's a pear tree there. That's a conference pear tree. And behind it is an apple tree. I don't know the variety of that one. I can't remember it, to be honest with you. But my daffs are starting to show through. Yeah, once these trees come down, I'm sure they're going to come down, I can really clean this area up. My pond's full of leaves, so I'm going to get down in there and try and get some of them out. I've got daffodils and other bits and pieces coming up around the pond, so I want to be a little bit careful where I kneel down. But if I can get in here, it's a little bit further and get rid of some of these leaves. I can see me going head first in here. But I want to clean it out, so possibly get the frogs getting in here and mating. The more frogs we have on our plot, the better, as we all know. Looks ready, bro. Ooh, stinks. Absolute stinks. I think that'll do. Hopefully the frogs will get in there. Gotta be careful where I get up, stand myself up. tread on me daffodils. More than likely will have done somewhere. Oh yeah, I think I have a little bit. Right, it's that done. I've just put a new post in for my bird feeder. The other one had snapped at the bottom, so I've got that secure in now. Next little job to do is my post to go in the middle of this plot here, because I try to get a sunflower going up, but I normally have it in the middle of that pot there, and that's the post that's going in. Just got to put a new wooden stake in the floor for us. Well, there's a post going in here. I've just got to hammer it in. Right, I've got my post in nice and straight. What I want to do now is tie my rose to it. So, my next little job. I don't know if you can see, but that is nice and straight now. And I've tied my rose to it. So let's see how that goes. It's tidying up. So get the weeds out of it, whatever's in here. Put my other glove on, I think. It's definitely something in here. I can see like bulbs coming up, whatever they are. Let's see if I can get this out. If I can get this out. And if the bulbs will be free to come up. Let's get this out of here. It looks as if I'm going to have to just snip it. Otherwise it'll come back again, but nothing I can do for now. I want to make use of them bulbs coming up. Don't want to lose them. There you go. There you go. That's what it is. That out. If anything else that's in here shouldn't be in here. I can see the bulbs coming up. Yes. Yeah, there's a bulb there. Hopefully that'll go back in. Some of my own compost and put them in. I hope them bulbs now are free to do what they want, as you can see. I don't know if you can see them, but I'll go and put them back down there somewhere. One that needs sorting out around the bottom. I don't think there. Oh yes, there is. I see something coming through. Yeah, there's a few little bits and pieces in there, so I'll leave that there. I won't. I'll just leave them as they are. I won't put any more compost in them. I'll just leave it as is, because I can only see a couple in there. I've just tidied this bin out. It's an old tank, but it looks like it's got plenty of daffodils in it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to raise it up onto these two here. So it's up in the air a bit. That should be just about like that. That's if I can lift it up. 1, 2. Well, I can't. I'm going to have to get Bethan to give me a hand. Hey, fancy, I've got to ask a woman to give me a hand, but that's where it is, unfortunately. It's too heavy for me to lift. She just complained she got a bad back. I'm just going to lift it onto them two there. 1, 2, 3. That's perfect. That's perfect. Just wanted to raise off the ground. Pruning my pear tree. That's a conference. I want to tidy this area up, but I don't want to do it yet until we cut these down a bit more.
So they put what down?
That tree down.
Which one are they putting?
Well, I think that's one of them. But look at the way it's leaning. We've had complaints, you see, from the neighbours, which is quite right now. Yeah, so. Believe it or not, I've got flagstones here, this little seating area. But you can't see them for the rubbish, so I'm going to brush them off. That looks better already. A little bit more of the weeds to get out here. And it's done. Right, let's get on with this, get some more of this up, if I can get it off. It's in between the flags, the roots. Try and get the roots out if I can. I think, oh yes, got me secateurs here. There's something to come out of the ground here when I cut back. It'll grow back, I know, but there's not much I can do about it. Can't get right underneath here. I can't get that out. I can't get the whole root out, most of it out. It'll grow back. It always does. If you don't get the roots out, they come back. Well, let's just put the kettle on. So I'll brush this up, go and have a look, and make a cuppa. Little ones here, get them up, that's it then. Right, that'll do me. That'll do me, said. Every time I turn around, I find more. Well, I'm going to get going now because I want to make quite sure the kettle can bubble a hole in the bottom of it. I'm thinking about pruning this tree back also. It's coming right over, so when the summer comes it'll be all over me plot again, so I'm going to cut it back. Clearing around this little area now. So that little post here I've got, I'm going to put underneath there to give it extra support because it's got 3 legs further around, but it hasn't got one on this side, it's leaning against the fence. So I'm going to cut this to the right height and let it drop down a bit. Clearing that little area up now, that's all tidy. So, God, there was some rubbish here, I can tell you, over the years what other plot owners have left. It's a cold, miserable day today. I wasn't going to come down, but I've got a little few things that I want to do. One is I had to change the battery on my clock, so I've done that now because I normally have my clock up here, and it's just annoyed me when I've been down here. I don't know why, because I've got a phone and I've got a watch as well on, but I just like having me little me clock down here. Get another little screw and put that in there. That'll hold that in place. Pleased with that, that's one little job done. And I bought these today. I bought 2 of them, 2 marker pens, water resistant, and the tags for me plants. So I'm going to go and put them in the greenhouse. What I noticed is our polyantha rose, the garden princess, I put down there the other day on my little trellis up against the fence. It's only a shrub, so it only grows to 2 foot. I didn't want that. I didn't look properly when I was in Moffat in Scotland. There was plenty of roses here, and some of them were climbing roses. Now, luckily today, I was in Home and Bargain by us, and This is a climbing rose, and it's called Paul Scarlet. So I've got that, and I've put it in. Just brought it from the house. I'm gonna leave it in water for a couple of days. That's what it recommends. So I'm gonna put that in the greenhouse and leave it there. And in the meantime, I'm gonna dig that other one up and find somewhere else for that one to go. I'm going to dig that back up before it gets too established. I'm just going to put it in a pot for now, because I'll find out where I want to put this thing. And that's where my climbing rose is going to go, my Paul Scarlet. But I'll let it soak for a day before I put it in. Maybe tomorrow or the day after I'll put it in. I've got my pot and I've got my compost. Right, I've got my pot, that'll do for now. I've got my own compost here, so I'll fill this up with it. If I don't go too far, I'll go and get the rose out of the ground. Right, get out the ground. You can see it's budding that as well, so let's hope it'll survive in here till I find a place on here where I actually want to put it. This is all my own compost that's last year, so right, that looks good. So I'll give that a good watering, and I'll just put down there out the way for the time being. I'll just put it there for the time being. Just leave it in that pot there. I'll find out where I want to put it. I might put it up against that fence further along there, but I don't want to do it yet. I could put it somewhere there when I clean all that area there. Because obviously I'm going to put my sink along here, so I don't know where it's exactly going to go. So once I got my sink in, I might put it somewhere down by the side of it. Just brought this up, see if a little clean. There's bulbs in here, there's a bit weeds growing in as well, so I'm going to tidy that up. Well, that trough's nicely tidied up now. All the weeds out of it, and let the bulbs come up. You can see them coming up. Just getting, there's just a few weeds still in it. But what happens with these is the blooming squirrels get into it, and they bury their acorns, and they dig everything up trying to get to their acorns. You feel a bit mean because obviously that's where they're storing them, but I like to keep my troughs nice and clean, and to be able to see, not wreck the bulbs. Right, this is the area I'm going to clean up. This is where the sweet peas normally go. I have some going up here. Let's have a look. Let's have a clear out. There's also bulbs in there which you can see. Let's see if we can clean this up. You can see a bulb come up there, daffodil, or tulip, whichever. There's much of the daffodil. There's a couple there, so if I can clean this up, I'll get a little bit of colour there. We'll be able to see it anyway. So the ivy's here in the way a little bit. I like that. It's a beautiful ivy. We'll tidy that area up a bit. And also all that ivy was going inside the shed, so I've cut a lot back inside the shed as well. Plus a lot of the that ivy was going. That one on the tree, that was going inside the shed. Well, I've cut that at the base of the tree, so hopefully that won't be growing much more. And I've noticed inside the shed there, which I call Goodison, is it was dying, so that's good news. Today's task is to get rid of quite a bit of rubbish on the site. So I brought my trailer down and I'll start filling it up. I've got quite a bit to take. We're doing a lot of sorting out, getting rid of that much rubbish, as I said. So clearing that area there, cleared that area there. That's full of it. Full of rubbish here. Quite a lot on there already, on my trailer already. Well, that's a full load. God, you'd be surprised where all the blooming rubbish comes from on your allotment. And, hey, unbelievable. So, I'll take that to tip now. And it's looking, Bethan's done well around here. She's tidied up all around here for me. So we got rid of quite a bit of stuff. I like to keep, I was a plumber and I keep them tanks. I use them for the likes of me comfrey and stuff like that. So, keep an hold of them. But the rest of the stuff, a lot of the stuff is gone. Right, let's go and get that rose. It's been soaking for a good 24 hours. So I'll take it and go and put it where it's going to go. I've healed the rose in and I'm going to use the water that I had it soaking in. Give it a good water in with all the, it's got sort of compost and that, so I'll put that on as well. Well, there it is in this place, watered in. It's quite a nice day today, so quite pleased about that. Let's see if it, hopefully it buds, but it should go nice up that trellis, hopefully. It's called Paul Scarlet, that one. I made this morning. The girls were having trouble trying to get that water into the kettle, into the thin neck there. So what I've decided to do, I've put a hole in a cap and I put this contraption on. So what I'm going to do there, I'm going to get one of them leave it taps so that they can just, you can leave it facing downwards and it can just open a tap and fill the kettle up. I made this morning. The girls were having trouble filling the getting the water into the neck of the kettle here and holding it up, and it's quite heavy when it's full of water. I put a hole in the cap there, put that connection in, and all that needs on there is a tap button on, so that they can open and shut it, and I can leave it down on its side, and they can just open and shut it and fill the kettle up quite easy. If you enjoyed this little video, please like and subscribe for us, because it would certainly help our channel. Thank you.